Hi everyone. Step aboard and journey back in time to an era when majestic sailing ships ruled the seas. The Regina Maris, launched in 1908, is more than just a vessel, she is a living piece of maritime history. With her elegant lines and towering masts, she has sailed through the decades, witnessing the changing tides of seafaring traditions. But what makes this ship truly special? What stories does she hold within her weathered timbers? Join us as we uncover the remarkable legacy of the Regina Maris, a ship that has stood the test of time. At the dawn of the 20th century, as steamships gradually replaced sailing vessels, shipbuilders sought to create ships that combined traditional craftsmanship with modern efficiency. The Regina Maris, launched in 1908, was one such vessel, a true testament to the enduring power of sail. Designed by Danish naval architects and built at the renowned J. Ring Andersen shipyard in Svendborg, Denmark, Regina Maris was constructed as a three-masted topsail schooner. Her design reflected the needs of the time, a robust, versatile cargo ship that could handle long voyages while remaining highly maneuverable under sail. What set her apart was her fully optimized rigging. Every possible sail was carefully designed to harness the wind to its maximum potential, ensuring efficiency even in the lightest breezes. The balanced rigging system provided stability and excellent handling. With a sleek and well-proportioned design, she cut through the waves with ease, demonstrating both speed and agility. Despite her relatively small size, her sail plan was extensive, allowing her to make the most of wind power while maintaining remarkable control. Originally calling Amsterdam her home port, Regina Maris was a striking presence on the seas. Measuring 157 feet from bow to stern, she combined elegance with power. With a beam of 22.6 feet and a draft of 9.2 feet, she was built for both stability and agility. Her towering 95.14-foot masthead and impressive displacement of 280 tons spoke to her formidable sailing presence. She was rigged as a three-masted topsail schooner, her 11 sails spanning a vast 7,800 square feet, a breathtaking sight when fully unfurled. Harnessing the wind with precision, she could reach speeds of 12 knots under sail. But even when the wind was still, Regina Maris had the power to press on. Beneath her decks, a mighty 8-cylinder Caterpillar 3408 engine generated 365 horsepower, propelling her at 9 knots under engine power. She could welcome up to 80 passengers. With 2 private 2-passenger cabins and 8 shared 4-passenger cabins, making her a perfect blend of classic sailing charm and modern comfort. The Regina Maris was not just another vessel, she was a milestone in maritime craftsmanship. As the 100th hull produced by the renowned J. Ring Andersen shipyard in Svendborg, Denmark, she held special significance. In honor of this achievement, she was named after Jørgen Ring Andersen's wife, adding a personal touch to her legacy. Her launch on March 28, 1908, was meant to be a grand spectacle. Her pristine white hull gleamed in the sunlight, her masts stood proudly, and colorful flags fluttered in the wind. But just as she began her descent into the water, fate had other plans. The launching cradle collapsed, sending Regina tipping dangerously to one side. For a moment, it seemed disaster had struck. Yet, in a stroke of remarkable luck, she righted herself upon hitting the water, completely undamaged and ready to sail. Commissioned for Captain Olof Bengtsson of Ra, Sweden, Regina was built to endure. Designed to navigate the Baltic Sea, she carried a wide variety of trade goods, from fish products and lumber to fuel oil in metal tins. For over 9 decades, Regina Maris sailed through history, transforming with each passing era. From a hard-working cargo schooner to a luxurious private yacht, from a cruise ship to a sail training vessel and Hollywood movie set, her story is one of reinvention, adventure, and resilience. Launched in 1908, Regina Maris spent over half a century as a commercial cargo schooner, braving the harsh waters of the Baltic and North Seas. In the 1960s, her fate took a dramatic turn when she was transformed into an elegant private yacht. No longer a workhorse of the sea, she became a vessel of leisure, sailing under the ownership of Captain Wilson, who gave her a new sense of purpose and refinement. By the 1970s, Regina Maris entered the world of luxury cruising, offering passengers the romance of the open sea aboard a historic sailing vessel. For a brief but exciting period, she became a symbol of freedom and adventure, carrying travelers to distant shores. From 1973 to 1976, under owner Michael Willoughby, the Regina Maris served dual roles as both a sail training vessel and a floating film set. Young sailors learned the art of traditional seamanship aboard her, while filmmakers used her majestic rigging and classic design to bring maritime history to life on screen. In 1976, she took on a new mission as a research vessel under the Ocean Research and Education Society. She sailed the Atlantic, supporting marine conservation efforts and carrying out scientific expeditions, proving that even an aging schooner could still serve a greater purpose. By the mid-1980s, her days on the open sea were over. Moored as a dockside attraction, she became a nostalgic piece of maritime history. But time and neglect took their toll, and she soon faced the threat of complete ruin. In 1991, the Regina Maris Foundation was established to preserve her legacy, but fate struck again. Hurricane Bob battered the ship, leaving her future hanging in the balance. Determined to keep her afloat, maritime enthusiasts launched the Save the Regina Maris non-profit. Their goal was to restore and revive this storied vessel. For years, efforts continued, but ultimately, time proved to be an unstoppable force. Though Regina Maris no longer sails the seas, her legacy endures, a testament to the resilience of classic sailing ships and the passion of those who fought to preserve her history. A particularly remarkable chapter in the Regina Maris history was the era of ocean exploration, 1976 to 1984. As this period strikes me as especially fascinating, I'll examine it in greater detail. In 1976, she embarked on a new and perhaps her most meaningful mission yet, scientific research and marine conservation. Under the ownership of the Ocean Research and Education Society, she became a floating laboratory, dedicated to the exploration and protection of marine life. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, Regina Maris sailed across the North Atlantic and beyond, conducting critical research on oceanic ecosystems. One of her primary missions was the study of marine mammals, particularly whales, dolphins, and other cetaceans. At a time when concern for the environment was growing, Regina Maris played a role in gathering vital data that contributed to the fight for ocean conservation. During this period, Regina Maris became known for her work studying whale populations, tracking their migration patterns, and documenting their behavior in the wild. Scientists and students from around the world boarded the ship to observe humpback whales, sperm whales, and orcas, using hydrophones to record whale songs and aerial photography to map their movements. Her expeditions were not only about gathering knowledge, they were about advocacy. The data collected aboard Regina Maris helped raise awareness about the dangers of commercial whaling and ocean pollution, providing evidence to support international conservation efforts. One of the defining aspects of Regina Maris during this period was her role as an educational vessel. She wasn't just a research ship, she was a classroom at sea. Students, scientists, and conservationists from all over the world participated in her voyages, learning firsthand about marine biology and the fragility of ocean ecosystems. Through public outreach programs, lectures, and documentary footage captured aboard the ship, Regina Maris helped to inspire a new generation of marine conservationists. By 1984, after nearly a decade of scientific voyages, Regina Maris was beginning to show her age. While she had proven to be an invaluable tool for oceanic research, maintaining an aging wooden ship for modern scientific expeditions became increasingly difficult. Eventually, she was retired from active research service, marking the end of one of the most fascinating chapters in her long and storied history. Though she would never sail again in pursuit of scientific discovery, her legacy in marine conservation remains an important part of her story, a testament to her adaptability and enduring contribution to history. Thanks for watching.